Yeah, so yeah, the first Jaws is classic, iconic Steven Spielberg. He decided not to do the sequel because he thought sometimes sequels just don't work. But they wanted one straight away, so they brought out Jaws 2. They've also brought back the deputy. He was in the original script because he is so popular. Roy Scheider apparently was very reluctant to do the second one because you can't really beat the original and the best. Yeah, the third one, like I said, it's a solid 6 out of 10. There's some good tense moments in it, and it is a semi-believable plot. Excellent performances by the late Simon McCorkindale and P.H. Moriarty. Um, but the fourth one, oh my god, where it's kind of set in the Bahamas, I think. Obviously, Lorraine Gray's character is getting close to the one played by Sir Michael Caine. Um, there was also a pilot in the film. Um, but like I said in my previous video, what really just I'm looking at Gusher on this Space RT. I'm looking at her. She was over in the chair. I'm looking. I'm going. I was really wanting to watch it all to get the full experience of it, but Jaws: The Revenge. It was just one Jaws too many. Despite the excellent Michael Caine, it just I'm like, so I never got to the end of Jaws: The Revenge. I might attempt to watch. I mean, what I'm thinking is, if I could get through all of Chiron Emmanuel, which is, I think, undoubtedly one of the weakest of the Chiron films, if not the weakest. It's on par with Jack, um, etc. I mean, on that one, Gusher didn't really take to it. She says if it weren't for the title, you wouldn't have known it was a Chiron film. The funky music, which is totally different from any previous Chiron film. You know, Love Crazy, as I said before, Love Crazy, I think is the song. And the bright pink, day glow pink colouring for the opening title letters. It really is one of the weakest Chiron films. It is definitely, it's nothing. I mean, if I'd have watched it, I'd have gone, no, no, it's just not the same. You know. Uh, so if I can watch Karen Emmanuel, and I've now watched it 3 times, uh, once with the audio commentary, once without the audio commentary, with the late Jack Douglas and Larry Dan, and the third time with Gusher, and she's just looking and she's going, if I didn't know that bullet title, I would not have guessed that was a K-On film. It's different. it's maybe trying to keep up with the times, but it, I think the 6 out of 10 that I gave it is probably being overly generous. Probably too generous, to be honest with you. I'll probably give it 5.5 out of 10, and that's only because of Kenneth Connor and Jack Douglas, Peter Butterworth, Joan Sims. You know, Kenneth Connor, especially as the chauffeur, I think saves the day. If it hadn't been for that, it would have been probably a 4 out of 10, maybe. Because and that's being generous. It's like I said before, it's not as bad as I feared. It's not a total turkey, but it ain't a prime roast from dinner with Yorkshire puddings and gravy either. So, come back then to the fourth Jaws films. I feel that I will attempt to watch Jaws the Revenge in its entirety. It's going to be a struggle because I was determined to see it through to the bitter end. But me and Gusher just looked at each other, and I'm like, Superman? Yeah. So it's really hard to what can I say about Jaws the Revenge? Terrible. I mean, the special effects where it shows the shark swimming around, the sea from, which I'm not sure if it's from the control room, and the so-called shark is swimming around. Even the special effects for the mini submersible that they use to get to um, the problem area with the underground walkthrough bit, where they exit then the sub to make the makeshift repairs so the pressure can come back to normal, and that the water would then drop and the watertight doors can open so they can escape to safety. Uh, that is so. Poor. So whether or not it's worth, I mean, I don't know how you feel. If it's worth doing the like Jaws 1, 2, 3, and the Revenge. I think Gush will probably lose faith watching the third, but especially the fourth one. Carry On Emmanuel definitely will have to watch when the Gush is in bed because she's watched it and she's like, she definitely doesn't like Carry On Emmanuel. I don't mind Emmanuel. It's just it's a total different, definitely a different feel to it. And this is why I can't understand. I mean, like I said, when Chief Brody's son, like I said before, says to Michael Caine, my mother is convinced. I'm not sure if it's referring to the one from Jaws 3. I'm not sure which it's referring to actually. Or whether it's the one from Jaws 2 or Jaws 1. But somehow, it can't be Jaws 1 because that was blown up. Then Jaws 2, it was electrified on the power cable. So I'm guessing it must be something connected to the third one. But the third one, the shark was blown up. So I don't fully understand the revenge theory. Because he turns to Michael Caine and says, "My mother is convinced that the shark has followed us to the Bahamas and is seeking revenge." So I may have to check on Wikipedia to what the reference was about this Lorraine Gray's character's theory that this shark is seeking vengeance and somehow followed them to the Bahamas. But if you want to watch all 4 Jaws films, that's no problem. Probably, like I say, leave the 4th one to Michael Caine's Van Gush's not there because it's a tough call.